Hey guys, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. It's nice and refreshing and good to see you in color. We're doing a video on my latest international market witchcraft haul. So I've got it kind of laid out on my bed here, and I want to show that to you because I've got a lot of stuff. Now, when I say I do witchcraft hauls, it's not just like... It's basically my shopping list and how I turn every single thing here into a witchcraft item, and I want to tell you about everything. And so I'm going to go through my receipt with you, talk about every single thing here. So first, as you know and have been following in my black and white series talking about Hoodoo by Monique Joyner-Siedlak. I can't pronounce her name and I wish that I could. But anyway, she talks about in the chapter that we read through about saints and spirits, I found pink candles for the first time, and if you just want a pink candle without this saint thing on it, you can just rip this away, and you've got just a pink candle. That's super easy. It just takes a little bit of time. You can cut it away if you don't want to rip your nails, which is what I usually like to do. I didn't prep by getting scissors, but you basically just peel this away, and you have just your beautiful pink candle underneath, a whole vigil. And when you buy these, you want to make sure the wick is centered in the middle. If it's not, move on to the next and get the different one. But in my big groups of, let's get daring over here, color magic candles down there, I don't have pink, but now I do. So I'm excited and looking forward to adding those in. Not only that, but in the book, let's talk about why we would use this a Guadalupe or a Virgin Mary candle, okay? Let's talk about that really quick while I hold it up. Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Blessed Virgins, blessing, love, healing, and protection. So that would be this sticker on a white or any other color candle, okay? Preferably a white if you're just going with this because it doesn't give you a color to burn. Now, pink in general falls in this book. Where are you, Scott Cunningham, Earth Magic? I just had you out. Come on, book. Alright, well, anyway, look back to my pink and color magic video and find out what pink relates to, but of course things like attraction, lighter side of romance, I believe it relates to children, you know, love in the innocent aspect, yeah? But there are other things as well. Just check out my video. I don't even have them all memorized. I can't remember every single thing. And I know you can't either. That's why we have our grimoire and our books of shadows. So you can note these things in there as we go, yeah? Alright, next. So I got 5 of those, and they were... Okay, so the Guadalupe 8-inch candles were $6.76 for 4 of them. And they're $1.69 a piece, so that's not too bad. And you can use it, and these burn for about 3 days, okay? You can write your intent on the outside using Law of Attraction, Candle Magic. These are great for that, and that's what I use them for. But in Hoodoo, when I want to do a working, and in particular for blessings, love, healing, and protection, I will ask and call upon the help of Our Lady Guadalupe, the Blessed Virgin. Alright? So, check that series out that I am just finishing up now. I'm doing the last video up soon tonight. Next thing I got was, I have a little bit of an addiction, okay? But how am I going to make this relate to witchcraft? How many of these bubblegum popsicles did I get, okay? That's why, sadly, I went to the international market this evening, but I knew that there was things I could pick up for videos. I asked Spirit on this full moon that's coming, and right now it is a bright moon as well, isn't it? Because the day before and the day after, it is also one of the brightest moons. Bring your pets inside, y'all. Everything is out in there in the bright moon hunting. So how am I going to make this apply to witchcraft? Well, I save all the sticks. So I spent these bubblegum bars, $12 on 8 of them, and they're 2 for $3, so they're $1.50 a piece. I ended up with, I'm trying to gain weight. So one little quick spell you could do on this stick where I ate from to try and gain more weight and in the form of a bad fat, I know, but it's just one of my things that I love. you could write on this stick, Jennifer gains weight and gets to her goal weight with the help of these popsicles. And you could write it on there, and then you could throw it in your cauldron and burn it under the full moon. You know, something like that. So, you know, but you could use these sticks for crafting, you know, witchcraft things. You could do a pound it in the ground spell where you write something on it and you pound it in the dirt like that. And now that's in and it's grounded. Like if you need to ground yourself, Jennifer is now grounded, so mote it be. Pound it into the ground. A couple things you can do with that. So yes, you paid $1.50 for it, but it fattened you up. Hopefully you got to do a spell with it. Yay. And it brought you back to your childhood. Oh my goodness, these are so good. If you've not tried them, don't try them, alright? Because it's not what you... unless you need to gain weight quick. It's my Ensure. Like, old people have Ensure. Young people that need to gain weight, there you are. Alright, next we've got... avocado leaves, which I've never seen in the bulk leaves of the Hispanic section. This big bag that's about the size of my upper, it's pretty big. It was $1.49, and there is 0.19 pounds, and it's $1.28 a pound. Okay, so that would fit in a small jar, but you'd want one big enough that you could keep the leaves as whole as possible. In my avocado video, listen to it and find out what the leaves are for, because we certainly talked about that. Alright, next we got some cloves. We got a pack of clavo entero, whole cloves, and it's so funny because this place is just right outside of Seattle. So it's actually a local Hispanic spice place that comes to our international market. So cool. So the cloves, which would be probably about a third or a half of this bottle. Okay. When you're filling it up, because remember, either get from the bulk or get from the Hispanic section, because you're going to get the cheapest spices. If you can afford to go organic, do it, but it's expensive, even from the bulk. So, you know, just get your clothes for witchcraft when you do eating, then try and do organic. But if you can do it all organic, do it, because it's really going to help your workings. The pesticides on things really cut down the vitality of the ingredients, just like they do with the food that goes in your body, yeah? We try and talk about health a lot on this channel, as well as witchcraft, because having a healthy body and a healthy mind will definitely help enhance your whole witchcraft, okay? I promise that as well. Getting into meditations, all of this will help clear and cleanse the third eye, the pineal gland, your connection with astral travel, the divination, the spirit, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, all of those things that we're trying so hard to be in touch with or develop, but they're there. We just need to clear our bodies out, yeah? So these are just some things that I like to add to my channel for those of you who are new here. There's a lot of you. Thank you. I'm so excited. Alright, next for these kind of like small Hispanic herbs, the cloves were, did we find the price? The cloves were 99 cents. This next one, it's just calling Azteca. It was also 99 cents, and it's called shave grass, and I'm gonna look it up, but it was 99 cents. I thought I'd give it a go. It's really cool. It's like these empty, like thick looking chives, but I guess it's a grass, shave grass. If you've ever heard of it, please comment below. I'd love to know. I mean, I can make in my head anything relate to magic, but if I've just never heard of this, so I need to know a little bit more about it, and I've not even Googled it yet. I got all this stuff home, I laid it out, I'm like, I gotta show my friends, so here we go. Next, so that shave grass was 99 cents. Next is this anise seed. Alright. And anise seed was 99 cents. Alright. Next, we also did get one small white candle, because I'm going to be adding these to my, again, check the bottom, make sure it's in the middle. I'm going to be adding these to some travel altars on my Etsy page, or just some small starter beginner altars. And these were $1.09 a piece. They're glass, and they're a looking comparison. So this is only 40 cents more to get the big one. But when you want something small, you want something small. You know what I'm saying? And when this fully burns out, you can use it for a cup, for like your pen cup, because look at the size it is. You know, pens would be like that. It'd be really cool. You could use it for all kinds of things. So I got one of those, as well as some other things that I want to add to some kits. I got a sewing kit that I'm going to build like a kit on my Etsy site that's for witchcraft, like a crafting witch in witchcraft, a hoodoo starter kit that would have a sewing kit in it, anything like that. So I picked up one. I'm gonna like look through the quality of it, make sure it's an okay quality, add it on my Etsy page. I'm so excited. These were 2 for $3. Okay, look at all the different colors of string, all the variety of rainbow colors of pins. Okay, there's also a measuring tape, so handy in witchcraft. There's needles, there's buttons, there's this like thimble type thing, thread, a plastic thimble. You can use that like on the outside of a protection oil jar. Thimble on the outside of a protection oil jar, just like I put on the war oil this like plastic little toy gun I found. Alright, so yeah, this is coming with a lot, and a tiny pair of like sewing scissors, all of the end buttons. Looks like that's it. All of that for $1.50, okay? I'm going to check out the quality. Another thing I found to do for color magics is all of this electrical tape, $1.49. And look, there's a lot on each roll. So if you wanted to do color magic, and let's say you just had a white candle, and you're like, okay, yes, white, it does mean everything, I get that, but like I still really feel I want to get some color on there. You could get any of these colors, wrap it around the color, the white candle, and now that represents to you, and clearly to me. Like honestly, you wouldn't have to even wrap the whole thing, just one band of color around the outside of that candle, and now you've got a red candle. I think that that resonates with me. Does it with you guys? These are ways to make it work when you've not got a lot, or you don't want to spend extra. That hoodoo is really about that, using what you've got, or spending little, yeah? But really using what you've got, but I'm just saying, or spending a little. Next, let me show you this. As you can see in the back, this is an aloe vera plant that we grow here at Juckshire Farms. One of the ways that I condition my dreads is with actual just aloe vera leaves. And so you can see where I've pulled from some of them. I always give an offering to this. Usually I use my DNA from my moon, and a lot of you know what that means. If you don't, ask in the comments. But look, we're growing this. We've put in so much love to it. And in comparison to this, which I got for 98 cents, not 98 cents a pound, this whole aloe leaf for 98 cents, less than $1, okay? This is, oh no, don't tell Alex. This is going to be so much and such good conditioner for my hair. Shh, don't tell. I have to pick that up right now. So 98 cents, and you really cannot beat that at all. And there are ways to preserve that. I can certainly freeze it. There's a lot that I can do with that. I'm so sorry, little Claire. Oh, I'm gonna be in trouble. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so that was 98 cents. Next, I picked up some lemongrass. I do believe I did a video on aloe and witchcraft, okay? Next, lemongrass, fresh lemongrass. I have dried lemongrass that we grew in an herb and chopped up. I have dried lemongrass that I purchased. Now I have big, fresh, possibly bones for hoodoo poppets that we just talked about when we were reading out of poppets in this book. There's 2 videos, both about 30 minutes long or 20 minutes long on hoodoo poppets, just from that book. Using these lemongrass strands, drying them out in your dehydrator or just the sun, and then using them for the bones in the body of like a poppet, making this some arms, you know, putting on a rose head or something, and using all of the energies of lemongrass to do that. So I picked up some of those. And the lemongrass altogether for these 3 was 10 cents. 10 cents for those 3. That's crazy cheap. Okay, next, I got 2 coconuts. They were really inexpensive here. They were only... The cheapest place I've ever found them is the Asian market, which I got them last time. And the little Asian market, like with quail eggs. And that place, they were $2.69 or $2.89 a piece. That's so cheap, because usually they're $5 or $6 each at Whole Foods, and not even for organic ones, just for ones like this. Whatever brand they've got around locally that week. And so here what I do is, I have an episode of What's in My Dehydrator coming up, so watch that. But these coconut skins is, I save all of that around the shell from my witchcraft working. And then I save the actual shell of the coconut and I make a bath candle, a floating bath candle out of it. I did a video on it just recently, check that out. We've done so many videos on coconut and witchcraft, so search Taxidermy Witch Coconut and Witchcraft to learn all about that. When you open this up, this smells so good. It's its own type of potpourri, but it smells like vanilla candle or something, like amazing. It smells exactly like the coconut milk, the coconut water fresh from the coconut, young Thai coconut tastes, okay? And remember, this young Thai coconut is different than the American brown coconut like I've got over here. Okay, this American or North American brown coconut is much different than what comes out of this. Both in the water, the meat is so much thicker and crunchier. This is soft and noodly. We made raw vegan noodles out of this, didn't we? So there's so much that can be done with these. Every single part of this we use, and then we end up with a bath candle, and we only paid how much each at this store? $2.98 for the floating candles and a little Mod Podge and a tea light. Oh lordy! So we'll have 2 more of those and way more of this holy amazing potpourri. This is not in glass. I don't have a big glass tub for these, so hopefully I'll be selling loads of these on my Etsy site. If you want some of this coconut potpourri, leave a message below and I'll make a listing for you. Alright, next we are on to the Finalities. Another thing you can get at one of these stores, but I didn't get in this haul, is rose water. And it's usually like less than $2 a bottle, and it lasts a long time. I need an extra atomizer like I have my Florida water in to put it in, because that's another thing I just love to have, just a spray on myself before workings. I think it's one of the things I forgot to mention in the 10 ways to cleanse a space, because it's especially a great way to cleanse without smoke. And I like to use rose water in the car for protection. I don't know why, I just feel drawn to it that way. It's totally intuition, because the properties I don't believe have much to do with protection, mostly with love, lust, fertility probably, things like that, right? Let's look in the bowl of fresh fruits and whatnots, and I'll tell you what we've got, okay? These 3 beautiful yellows are little guavas. So we'll do a video on guava in Witchcraft, and we'll cut this open and we'll taste it. And then we'll try and get some seeds from it, and Alex will try and make a plant if he can. Because that's what he does on his channel, Jukshi Farms. Jukshi Farms. My husband makes microgreens on his channel. He grows witchcraft herbs for me. He grows plants out of papayas and seeds and avocados and mangoes and all these things that are kind of common, but also all these things that aren't. Pawpaws, figs, everything. For those of you who have been with me for a long time, you know that, but for those of you who are new, we're such a cool collab together because we are just like our channel. We just thrive off of each other, you know. We got this bowl of fruit. We went to the grocery store. And, oh, and by the way, all this stuff under $40. Yeah. Okay, let's keep talking. Next, I've got an opal apple. It's a really beautiful bright yellow. And I just thought that if you didn't have the stone opal, you could do a working in this opal apple, okay? And just use the word opal and use the energies of the stone, okay? All right. Next, I've got an Anaheim pepper, I believe it's called, and I got one of the biggest, roundest ones because I want to do a working inside. As we know, when we read Wicca in the kitchen and we practice witchcraft or Wicca in the kitchen, food energies have properties too. Now, if we're going to use this for a working and not actually eat it, the properties are different. When you ingest it, there's magical properties, and when you use it in a working and never eat it, there's different magical properties. So what you do is in your green Scott Cunningham book, that's where you get the magical properties. And in your red Wicca in the Kitchen book, that's where you get your ingesting magical properties, lore, etc. So go in your green book and look about the properties of peppers, or watch my video on peppers, and you'll learn that it's not just the hot, spicy stuff like banishing and hot foot powder and return to sender and whatnot, and hexing. There's also there's like some really sweet qualities to it too. So I got a pepper that was non-spicy to do a working in that was a positive working inside of a pepper, okay? You can also use that bright green for green color magic. It's gorgeous, that one. And it's quite big. Let me show you next to my hand or arm how big it is. It's almost as big as my forearm. So, and then more guava. And then I also got 3 little habaneros because I was thinking about doing a hot foot powder for you guys. I've never done a hot foot powder on my channel, but I have done a video on habaneros and witchcraft just recently for Legata. That was a video request that I got done a few days later, I think, or a week later. So check that out. And in that video it talks about chili peppers a little bit too. So then just their properties and what. So then I have 2 Kent mangoes, which are my favorites to eat. It's the winter time, so I picked the most ripe looking ones and they're still kind of firm. Now, if you had fruit and you wanted to use it for, I will be using these because I'm eating them. And then I'll save the peel for magical workings, okay? So, red book for properties of eating, green book for properties of the peel. Put them in my dehydrator. Come back and check out what's in my dehydrator, because I think we've gone through all the things we've got here, except for the fact that, haha, I do not waste anything! Oh, right, the last 2 cents, because the whole entire bill, those, like, all those little fruits, like, okay, the opal apple is 83 cents, the pepper, that big pepper was, Pasilla pepper? I guess that's what it is. I have to taste it to see if it's spicy. I think it's a non-spicy one, though. It was 67 cents for this big giant pepper. It was 29 cents for the 3 habaneros, so 10 cents a piece. You know what I'm saying? And I can dry those and list those on my Etsy channel because I do herb kits. All this stuff I dry, I also sell. Thank you, Pagans and Witches Amino app, for letting me advertise this on the Vendor's Corner. If you guys don't know the Pagans and Witches Amino app, it is my absolute favorite witches community. It was recommended me first my Harmony Nice's channel, and then it's really what's helped me grow and have so many friends. So thank you, and thank you for letting me vend with you guys and be on your Vendor's Corner. So check out my Etsy shop. I'll have that listed below, both on YouTube and the Pagans and Witches Amino app. God bless you guys. All the goddess and gods bless you guys. The opal apples, 83 cents. The guavas, 3 guavas was 66 cents. Really not a lot, you guys. All that stuff came to $39.98. I have 2 pennies left over. Those are going up there in my frog money altar, okay? And I'm saying, please let these ingredients bring me prosperity for my sales and help for my friends that it reaches. And I have 2 places where I offer droppings of money over there, so that's great. And then I'm left with bags. I have 6 cat litter bags, and I have 6 trash line, or no, and I have like 7 trash liner bags for my little bags in my bathroom, and then like, you know, like my bedroom, like small trashes. So nothing around here goes to waste. Don't forget, we also have 10 popsicles to eat, which is yum yum. Hopefully you'll put on some weight, and a little like working that we did all in this video, you guys. Thanks for joining me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, while we checked out basically like how I can make every single thing that I purchase somehow into witchcraft. Yeah. I love y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe, because I don't do Facebook in that, just a little bit of Instagram and not even much of that. So please help me by sharing my channel. And check out my Patreon if that's something you want to join. I have so many tiers of levels of things that I offer for you guys. So even if you just, it's as little as $1 and as much as you like. So many tiers. Check it out. Alright guys, all my love. See you soon. Check out what's in my dehydrator and what I foraged just this week. Those are the next 2 videos. So much coming up. Bye.